back, and this is the script discussion for SilmFilm Season 2, Episode 5, Part 5. It's up there. And
floating,
yeah.
floating in midair.
Where were we? Oh yeah, we gotta do a fitting climax. I mean, Alex, I feel is right. Is nothing, not everything has to be thrilling, but the climax can't be a moment of quiet contemplation.
Even if we don't know what he's like, his conclusion is, because there's a little bit of suspense. Like, it's not slam bang finish. I get that, but like we really don't.
But a little bit of suspense is not a climax.
But this is lead up to the climax.
This is,
this is lead up that helps to lead up to the climax.
Okay.
This is
Okay.
character
The
climax. That's not action climax.
No, that's fine.
So
It can be a psychological climax. I get it.
Kieran will have to share his decision with Alway.
Yeah.
And the decision is, I'm staying here, but our people are going. Will you go with them?
Yeah.
And he's like putting this at Alway's feet. Like, they need someone to go with them. I can't be that person. Do you have this? Like, you got this one?
Yeah.
Well, here's the
Alex?
problem. Here's the problem. I like it, but the problem is that it puts the decision in Alway's hand. It makes Alway now the protagonist. Because here's the problem. All right, if we're setting up Alway as not quite sure of himself yet, he's going to now have a moment of, I don't know if I. What do you mean you're not going? I don't know if I can do this without you.
Well, he's going to do that regardless.
Well, yeah, no, but that's necessary.
Right.
That's necessary
I
to the plot.
agree.
Kieran does become passive at this point.
Well, here's the problem though. Like, is Kieran gonna go if Alway can't? If Alway decides that he can't?
But,
go?
but it's not Kieran's destiny.
Yeah.
I understand that.
Yeah.
I also like to think that maybe Kieran and us, Alway, have this relationship in which Kieran has faith that he'll rise to the challenge. Like,
Yeah.
there's
no question that
yeah.
he does believe in Alway. Yes.
If he looks him in the eye and is like, I have to stay.
Yeah. Oh, we came up with a great idea during the break. We just we mentioned, I think Alex mentioned that staring in the ocean for 5 minutes was boring. So we decided that it's this point, Kieran, goes for a swim.
Goes for a swim.
He takes his shirt off, of course, which is necessary.
Yeah, to keep it dry.
Yeah, and then he goes for a swim. And then he goes for a swim, and at this point he starts to look at various beauties that come.
Yeah.
Here's the problem. Now
Like
there's
an
more.
underwater grotto or something like that, or he's got to look at coral reefs or different fish or seagulls, sharks. No, seagulls are rats with wings in the ocean.
No,
not
the point
in
is,
they're not.
Oh, yeah, okay, yeah. Seagulls are nice and
after
tall.
the montage of
Shirtless
time
baby.
spent with the sea
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
meaningful contemplation, possibly while shirtless.
Yes. Who goes swimming with their shirt on?
Yeah, who does that?
Yeah.
My dad.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
My dad.
Fat people.
Oh, that was
Not elves though.
no.
No. Or cold people.
Kieran will wear very practical.
That's not my problem.
sea elf
Sunburn
clothing,
easily.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which means
Irish
not much,
people.
Not
practical
Yeah.
boat building clothing.
Okay.
And loincloths.
So
Yeah.
shirtless swimming. You heard
Yeah.
it here.
All right. Anyway, so
The
The
point
target
is,
market
after
will love
that,
it.
we need to get to the climax.
You know how many elf
yes,
fans
we
have
still
left?
need to get to the climax
Yeah.
because Alex needs his catharsis. Gosh, go ram it.
I'm sure that's what he wrote.
Okay.
That's exactly what he
Catharsis
wrote.
when the Balrog
Show
starts
me the
storming up,
catharsis.
it's hilarious.
Okay, yeah, and okay, so is the catharsis this moment where these two guys who have up to this point been journeying together have a I can't go, you have to? I mean, that's kind of a conversation that I think a lot of people are gonna they're gonna feel it.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, how many of us have had friends that have gone to different colleges or gone up and gotten married or taken a job in a different
Or
state?
you suddenly realize that you can't, really
you
connect
can't
anymore
have
because
the
you have
same
different paths.
friendship because
Yeah,
your
it won't be the
destinies
same.
are different.
Well, and talk about no way to communicate with each other. I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm just going away, far away.
Yeah,
to-
for
But
who knows if we'll
to
ever
another
even
plane of
see them again.
existence.
Yeah.
To go back to Alex's point though, who's making the decision? I think they both need to make independent decisions and then talk about it together.
Mm.
Yeah.
So Kieran could already have decided that he's gotta stay,
Yeah.
but he's concerned still that Alway might make the same decision and then who's gonna lead the people. So he might go to Alway seeking out what's Alway's plan
So what are
here.
you thinking?
Yeah, what are you going to do?
Yeah.
Knowing that he really thinks he should stay, but he's going to do whatever he has to do.
Well,
And
that-
if always like, well, I'm staying, then Kieran will be like, well, I guess
He's
you
got
do
it.
that,
I
do
don't
that.
know.
Well, but Olway they both had
They had the
dreams
same-
pushing them in different
Yeah.
directions.
But they don't know that.
Do they
But
know each
maybe
other's
this is when he's
dreams at
gonna
this point?
find out.
Right.
He's gonna be like, you know, maybe he's gonna
I
actually
would
work
like to
out.
hold back on the moment of the decision, and Alex is kind of saying this as well. Kieran's decision is the climax.
Yes.
I'd like to hold back on Kieran's actual decision, the moment of his decision, until they're actually leaving.
Yes.
Yeah,
Like, they're about to get on the boat island,
yeah,
and
Kieran just doesn't.
and Kieran just kind of stops and is like, I can't go, you know, I'm not going. And Ollie's like, what do you mean you're not going?
Yeah.
Are you talking about I need you? What do you mean?
Yeah.
And you know, Kieran's gonna gonna basically say to him, look, your brother put his trust in you. You have your places with your people over there. You've got this. You can do this. My place is here. My job is here.
Okay.
Now,
So-
is Kieran forcing his hand? I mean, is he doing it at the moment the island's breaking
Yes.
away and there's no time to go back?
Right.
They're
So-
shouting this across at each other.
Well, no, I don't know about that, but
No,
like you know,
no, right,
the
I know.
gangplank, you know,
Yeah,
that,
the
that's,
gangplank on it,
right.
So the island has returned at the end of Act 3. So the island's been sitting in
Yes.
the bay for some of this time.
Yes.
So
Yes.
during that time,
It's
Kieran
not-
has been helping Alway in getting the people ready
Right.
to leave
Right.
and assisting in it, which is why this comes as a shock to Alway,
Right.
who didn't know Kieran wasn't going.
Right,
Yes.
and well, maybe Kieran wasn't
either.
right.
Yeah.
He
So-
doesn't really know for certain
Right.
what he's going to do
Kieran has
until
been
then.
helping with the preparations to leave and getting
'Cause
more
that's
and
what
more-
you do.
There has to
and
be
getting more and more conflicted about it,
Right.
which results in the midnight swim and the
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
the final conversation with Alway of I'm staying.
There
Yeah.
has to be an act that Kieran does that makes Alway think he is going to go too, like something like maybe he destroys his tent or something like that because he's going to get, or something like, or I don't know, or a shack or something like that. He's got to
He moves his stuff to the island.
moves his stuff, or he moves his stuff to the island, or he gets rid of possession that he thinks he won't need anymore. Like maybe one of I said, I can't take a boat with me. I'll get rid of the boat or something like that.
Kieran can't destroy a boat.
No, I know. Maybe
No.
not a boat, but
He's
something like
packing
that.
up his personal
He's
house.
gotta
His
pack-
personal house staff are all
I
leaving,
know.
and he's helping them.
But
Well,
they
maybe
can't take
something-
everything. The thing is, what isn't he taking?
Okay,
And that
I'll-
would be a moment where
His own stuff.
Alwyn thinks. Well, but that would be a moment where Alwyn thinks.
If it's
I'm with
something
this.
of Elway's. Oh, wait,
No,
you're
but
saying that Kieran gets rid of.
Kieran
Oh.
does this. Kieran's going to get rid
Or
of
maybe
something
he's been
that he
packing
can't
up-
take with him on the island.
Is he,
Maybe if you're packing up
You know.
previous to the dream again.
does
Yeah,
always
anything that-
see?
Well, I just thought it would add gravitas to the final decision.
Yes.
I mean, if Always saw Kieran packing up something that he thought, oh, Kieran's packing his stuff up because he's coming, and Kieran's like, I'm packing this up because I'm sending it with him because, like,
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
this is a gift to
Yes.
you
Gift to you, yeah.
before you go. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
because I give gifts to my friends before they leave. Like,
Yeah.
if they're gonna have to move, if they're gonna have to.
Yeah, or if I'm moving, away, there's something I don't want to bother to pack, I'll give it to a friend.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
exactly.
we established some sort of evidence that to give Alway reason enough to believe that Kieran is going.
He also wants to believe that.
Yes.
So that's.
Because he
his
feels
default.
like he needs him.
Yes.
Okay.
And he doesn't, because he's a big boy.
Yes.
And then maybe Kieran might be on the fence a little too.
Yeah. I mean, some of the decisions I've made, I'm like,
Yeah.
I think I've made up my mind, but you never really know that you've made up your mind until you're in that
Right.
moment of, well, I guess.
Like the
That's why I
moment
don't
before
give
you
things
get
away.
the moment before you get into the roller coaster and strap in.
Yeah, basically, like, you really don't believe that you've made the decision until it's
Yes.
like, okay, I guess we're doing this.
Yes.
Yeah.
I can't believe I'm on this ride.
They're in line
This
together at the
was
roller
really
coaster.
dumb.
and
This
Kieran's
was a
just
bad
like,
life
when they get
choice.
to boarding the car, he's like, I'm just not doing it.
Right.
Yeah.
It's that
Yeah.
kind of thing.
Okay. So that's our climax. And the finale of the whatchamacallit, and Act 4 in Valinor. Okay. So
So what's up in Valinor?
I don't think that we're going to see a lot there, other than I don't think we're going to see a lot in Valinor in Act 4 until two things happen. Okay, except for two things. Two things that I'm just going to say two things a lot. So, whoa.
And possibly two more things.
Yes. Okay. So, Finway is waiting for the Teleri to arrive. Meanwhile, the Vanyar are making their exit. Finway possibly should see that this may be an issue with some of the things they've been doing, I think.
Yeah.
Like, maybe not everything they've been doing is 100, it's in keeping with their personalities and their gifts, but he kind of should be seeing this as kind of like, maybe we're headed in the wrong direction.
He should at least have some doubt.
Right,
He should at
but
least
he
have some-
doesn't,
You should at least
because
have some
he's
doubt
not
about the
even
Teleri coming
thinking
over
about
now.
it.
Yeah.
The whole, if
He
I don't get
doesn't-
along with these guys, how am I gonna get along with those guys?
Yeah.
Right,
But he doesn't, right, he's more like, oh, the Vanyar are moving out, that's sad, but luckily the Teleri will be here soon.
Right.
That'll be better.
Yeah.
right, yeah.
They're gonna be our
My buddy,
best
my buddy
friends.
always.
No, God.
Yeah.
Right,
Aw.
okay, so the Vanyar are moving out,
Very
and
sad
and maybe Muriel, maybe we can go to the wise wife
Yeah.
routine and have Muriel.
We have a routine.
It is a routine. It's a routine that I live every day.
Aww.
Okay. Anyway, so Muriel can actually bring this to his attention, and he'll be like, I know it's sad, but Elway will be here soon. Blah 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 blah. The next time that we see them, she's the tough wife, not the wise wife. Yeah.
That's not what he wrote, but
Anyway,
keeping it clean for you.
yeah. My parents watched this.
This was around the time that the Noldor really started mining and that they discovered gems.
Right.
So this is where we also can start showing the cultural shift of them starting to like bling themselves out.
Right.
Yeah.
Litter the
Make
place
it
with
rain
gems.
glitter.
And,
Yeah.
you know, here,
Rococo
Vanyar have some
decoration.
gems.
Oh, Rococo.
Yeah.
Rococo Noldor.
Yes, I like it.
So-
It's like, well, no wonder the very
So-
simplistic
so
Vanyar
anyway.
got fed up and left.
Yeah.
The last thing that we see of in the denouement
They'd be
of,
dazzled.
of the
they'd be
episode,
dazzled.
They were the first.
the last thing that yeah,
Yeah, you can't walk on gems.
you can if you polish them very flat.
No, then you'd be like ice skating across
Yeah,
there.
no,
I've just
Prince-
seen this.
Princess cut gems and you put them
I'm
with the
seeing
pointy
this
side down.
Vanyar.
That's fine, that's
Vanyar
fine.
walking very stately down the.
Anyway, so
Why? Why are there rubies in the
It's like
ground?
I had a good rock garden, and then they took them rocks and they polished them, and it's not a good
They were
rock
nice
garden.
as they were. They were nice as these, weirdly shapen but kind of nicely colored rocks.
Sorry, okay.
okay,
They
so.
sit around where they belong.
Not sorry.
So anyway,
Alex.
the last thing that we're gonna see of the Valinor act though is the boats arrival, not quite arrival, but he sees it from afar, because we're not rooting the island. I don't think in this episode.
No, so I'm not sure that we should see the island come within sight of Valinor yet.
No, okay.
I mean,
Okay.
it would have to be the very, very last shot of the episode, and even then, I'm not sure we should do it. Because it takes time to sail across an ocean,
Will
and we
they
don't want to
finish-
Yeah.
negate that time.
Will they
Thanks, Alex.
finish the lighthouse by this point?
I don't think they started building it until the island was already there.
Well, we've shifted it. We've shifted
We
it.
can fudge it. We've
Because
changed
if they
it.
Well,
finish
okay,
it,
so maybe
that
him
could be what
standing.
Yeah, that'd be a great way to end the episode.
They see the light,
Yeah,
and we don't
you
know
see
if
the
it's the
lighthouse
tower.
go
Yeah.
Yeah, we may not. Yeah, we may not even know officially what it is, but it looks
And it-
interesting and promising.
Are we gonna have
Oh,
the Kalkiria
I don't know where it's going yet.
uh,
So.
ribbon?
I think earlier in this episode,
And in
we
preparation
created
for
the
the
commentary.
Right. Yes.
Yeah.
So that could be a really big dramatic
It'll be a
visual.
yes. Yes.
That would be a cool hint to something.
But
You know,
I think then
top thing.
then instead of looking out and seeing the island approaching, maybe at least have Finway up on the top of the
Yeah.
now completed lighthouse,
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that.
Yes.
Light shining
looking
down.
out.
That would
Yes.
be dramatic.
Over the misty sea.
Yes.
Yes,
Okay.
I like
I,
that.
I,
Yes, I like that very much.
do we know what the light is up there, or is it like
Magic.
magic? I want to see a gem. I want to see a big white
Magic, we don't
big-
have to explain it.
big white.
But the light has to come from somewhere still. So
Well, I know,
it
but
can't
I
be
think,
that.
but that would tie
It has
in
to
the
be
whole.
higher.
But that would tie into the whole theme of
Yeah, I mean, Fanorian lamps haven't been invented yet because there's no Fanor yet.
Yeah,
Could
but
they
But the
be
Noldor
like-
could have
big, but
proto
a precursor.
It's a proto. It's
Yeah.
could be like
Yes.
a big crystal that magnifies
Magnifies
light
some
that they,
of the light.
that,
Yeah.
yeah, okay.
Well, we're
It could
talking, it could be a
be
precursor to
a little bit
Silmarillion.
of
I mean, it
light.
uses, earlier technology. It's like
Yeah.
Silmarillion.
No, it can't be its own light, it would have to be
Magic, well-
fire being set through
Yeah, I know.
lenses or
Yeah, I
something.
like that. More like a real lighthouse.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
and
instead of glass, you have a giant
Right.
white
We're
light.
gonna have the silver
And
tree
it-
have like
it-
the dew.
Oh, right, but
Because
yeah,
maybe they're reflecting a bit of the dew from
Yeah.
the tree.
Yeah.
there's no indication that any of the light from the trees ever goes, like, no one takes a scoop from the vat and takes it somewhere
Yeah,
else.
yeah, yeah.
So we probably don't wanna do that, but we
Okay,
But
could,
I
we
do-
could have something to connect, and you did mention that the white
Well, the white tree
tree
has to
is
be in there.
Yeah.
growing in
Which gave light of
Tirion
its
now.
own, so maybe
Yeah.
they're
So maybe, yeah,
reflecting that somehow.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
I like the idea of the big old gem with something that is very, very organic, something like fire, like from the
Maybe
tree.
that could be the Vanyar's last gift.
The
to them before they bugger
Vanyar
off.
and the Noldor sort of in this marriage of different ideals, as is symbolized by these two different things, as a beacon. It's cheesy, but I live for the cheese.
Yeah, so
so,
it could be their it could be their going away gift. or
It also
something.
makes the fact that it's supposed to be Ingway's tower.
yeah.
Right.
Sense.
Yeah, it
I
does.
think it ties it together.
It does tie it
We don't
together.
have to talk
Yeah,
about
okay, all right, so,
A party
in
of
that
ways.
case, the tag, as Alex has now told me, he thinks it's fun to hear me say
Denouement.
denouement, which I only say it that way because
It's French for denouement.
because Brian wouldn't let me just say it like
The tag.
the way that you would say it in English
They want.
because I can't say it.
How do you say
The
it?
way I say it
I don't
weird.
know.
I say it weirdly because it's hard for me to
I was like,
wrap
you said
my
denouement.
mouth around the syllables. Anyway,
Denouement.
denouement. Yes.
Denouement.
Denouement. I always
Yeah,
read it as.
Oh,
is
okay.
the, I don't speak French, English version of it.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, I see what you did.
So
We
I'm
don't
not a
speak
Frenchie.
French.
Anyway.
Sorry.
Sorry, Brian.
She speaks French.
I just said I don't speak French.
Okay,
Oh.
she doesn't speak French.
Je ne parle pas le français.
I know how to say
Well,
I'm
see-
not a spy in French.
That's irrelevant.
I can say I'm not your maternal grandfather in Chinese.
I can say.
Why
well,
would, at what point was that relevant to your
It's a
life?
very long story. Anyway.
Well, Busa need something, I don't know.
我是你的老爷.
Oh, there we go.
Anyway. Yeah.
You're learning everything we know about any language that is
Yeah.
not English.
Alex says that you just said that you're not called French.
Oh, which one? Because я не знаю по-русски means I know nothing in Russian.
Anyway, so
Je ne parle pas le français.
all right. Anyway, so
Dicte novel.
Je ne sais pas, I figure I'm good.
anyway, before my head explodes real quick here,
Yeah, let's finish.
we
off
got
this,
because like I
It's
want to
7
see
o'clock, we
what.
got half an hour.
Yeah, well, no, I was hoping to get done by 7. I hedged a little bit.
Hilarious.
I know I
Some of
am.
us gotta, get home.
Yeah.
I know.
Okay, let's.
And I
finish.
have a wife to feed. So the tag, the tag. We're gonna see that, but the tag should be the end of the tag. I feel like, is it weird if Círdan is kind of looking out at the sea, almost kind of looking at Finway?
Like in a
We can
sort
have
of connection.
Finway in the tower, the lighthouse tower, looking out, waiting for the island to come, and we can have Círdan on the shore,
Watching
looking
the
out,
island
watching the
leave.
island go out of his vision.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we can connect them as both looking across the sea at each
Yeah.
other without implying that they can see.
Yeah.
Can you see, a little winking light there? or
No, no, it's
No,
too
you
far.
wanna do
It's an ocean. You don't
It's
see across.
his heart.
You pretty much
Magic-y,
have to-
magic-y.
Well, the problem is even in here,
Has to be
it
on
basically
mine.
says, men, only the very most astute of men have ever seen it while sailing.
Yeah,
So, like, they've
only
never
the
seen it
craziest
before.
sailors.
So even
Yeah.
so-
Only the crazy
I was thinking,
sailors.
yeah, I'm thinking like a faint star, honestly, not like a.
Even elf vision doesn't
Or,
get you from
hey,
the shore.
hey, I got it. It's a great camera shot where he's like looking across the ocean, and then we pan up to see the glittering stars, and then we fade to the winking light and then we go to the other guy looking across the ocean. It's very,
I like that. I like
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
We can do something fun with it,
yeah.
yeah.
as long as no one actually sees anything.
Oh, that's rough. End of the tag is always getting to know Kieran's crush as Kieran looks mournfully into the ocean. Only half joking.
Oh no!
Because Olway is married.
But we don't know when.
Yes.
It's true, that could be his future.
It's okay, there will be on Tumblr who will
And
ship
Kieran
them, and that's
never
fine.
told anybody.
Yep.
Oh no!
That would actually be kind of beautiful.
Okay, there we go. We can do that.
Is
That's
it-
terrible.
We can do
That's
it.
all.
See,
let's
that
do it
is
to our
worse than
characters.
anything the host wanted to do, Alex.
You're
I
a
just want you to know
monster.
that. That is way worse. Anyway.
And I like the looking out as the
Yeah.
final scene, but that being the penultimate scene, yeah.
Yeah, we should definitely have the looking as the final.
Yeah.
As like this, the scene that you show after the last commercial break before the credits roll. Yeah.
Or as the credits roll on
Yeah.
the side, you know.
Yeah.
Let's see. The daughter of Alway will be Erwin, who is the wife of Finarfin, who won't be born for a good 100 years yet. So there's time.
That's
Yeah.
probably yesterday. in
Yeah.
other terms.
But no, there's time for
Yeah.
Alway to get married after he
Yeah.
arrives in Valinor.
Yeah.
If we want him to.
And Kieran's
So-
gonna find out
When?
when the Noldor get there.
Relationship
Right.
drama.
When he finds out who, like, say, Finrod and
Yeah.
Galadriel's mother is.
Yes. All right.
Yeah. Oh, I like that, because that even ties in that he would be a little more sympathetic towards the
Kieran is surprisingly pro-Noldor for someone who's,
He is.
Yeah.
you know, not
Not
Noldor.
Noldor.
Oh my gosh. So they're like her descendants.
Aw.
Kieran
That's
practically.
why.
He has his
Kieran
mother's
practically
eyes.
raises Gil-galad. We don't know whose kid Gil-galad is, but he's
Yeah.
clearly Noldor.
Yeah.
And
It's Gil-galad?
Gil-galad.
Okay, I was gonna say Gil-galad.
Iranian. I don't know how to pronounce his name. It's
Okay.
Iranian.
In the
Iranian.
in the whatchamacallit, in the
In the published Silmarillion, he's Finga's son.
Yes.
Somewhere else, he's Orgrim's son. Blah blah blah.
Yeah.
Who knows whose kid he is? But the
Hey.
but he's definitely Noldor,
Yeah.
Okay.
and Círdan raises him.
Yeah.
Aw.
Yeah. Okay.
So,
So there we go. Wow, Alex, look what you did. That's amazing. Awesome.
Good job, Alex.
Go, Alex.
I was just yelling at you 2 seconds ago, and I take it all back. Look at that. Awesome. So yeah, I think does anything else that we need? Alex acknowledges that he's awesome.
You know, we've spent this entire video basically talking to a little box on the table.
And that box on the
And
podium.
that box
on
on
the podium.
This is a person to us. You have to understand.
Yes.
Welcome to the future.
Welcome to the future is now.
All right. So unless anybody has anything else that they wanna throw in here, Alex is typing, so I don't wanna rush off before he finishes typing.
Fair.
Don't do that. He stopped typing. All right. Anyway, what? No, he's typing in. All right. So, anyway, I'm gonna get us out of here. So, thanks for watching. It's been a long night. It's been a long weekend, and it's been awesome. And yeah, thanks for liking and sharing the videos. It definitely helps us out. And yeah, also subscribe if you haven't yet, and comment down below. Have a great night.